Hello, my name is Connie, and I will be teaching fifth grade Earth Systems and Earth Science. Today, I will implement the standard 5E model, specifically the 5E SS-2 or 2-1 framework, to develop a model that illustrates the interactions among the geosphere, biosphere, and hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. Students have previously acquired knowledge of spheres in mathematics, so we will review the concept of a sphere and expand upon its scientific implications. Although the fundamental idea remains consistent, there are additional scientific dimensions to consider. Furthermore, we will discuss how third grade students have already explored topics related to weather, climate, and habitats, likely introduced in second and third grade. We will examine the alliterations occurring within habitats and their subsequent impact on the environment. Drawing from their existing knowledge, we will further explore the concept of spheres and integrate these ideas, understanding that elements within a habitat are also components of our sphere will facilitate a connection, establishing them to perceive the relationship between habitats and spheres. Our educational objectives are to comprehend that the Earth comprises four principal spheres: the geosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. Students will recognize that each of these major systems encompasses various forms, including rocks, air, water, and living organisms. This understanding will facilitate the connections between habitats and their different spheres. So, also, what we will do, we will view a video called the Four Spheres, and I will tag the link in my notes with that I will upload. And it's featuring the Earth sphere. And then we will engage in a think, pair, share activity to discuss our observations from the video, identifying the different elements we noticed. Finally, we will collaboratively create an anchor chart together. So to start off, I will create an anchor chart independently, and thereafter review each vocabulary word with it, resulting in a format such as this. Hi. Let's see. And then I'll have the little pictures. They'll have geosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. And then we'll have I'll put little pictures next to each one. So that my EL and everybody else, when they look at the picture, they're like, oh, okay, I know what that means. That means a geosphere, and they can connect it together. And then I'm going to break down and then further the spheres further, and I'm going to underline the sphere in every other word. And then I'm going to extend on it like the geosphere is all the rocks, minerals, and the ground. And atmosphere, the air around the Earth's made up of different gases. The hydrosphere is all Earth's water in the ground, on the surface, and in the air. Then we have the biosphere, which is all life on Earth. And like I said, we have the pictures that they can reference to. So let's see, the atmosphere has five distinctive layers, and we will explore the interactions amongst them, focusing on the Earth's air. This will include a discussion on wind as the component of the atmosphere, since it's kind of hard to observe. Additionally, we will delve into the biosphere, which encompasses all living organisms, including fish, birds, plants, and humans. We will engage in a conversation about these topics before proceeding further. So we will discuss the implementation of Think, Pair, Share. After taking what we know from the anchor chart I provided, we will analyze our observations and identify relevant connections. For instance, if we have an image of a waterfall, we can extract information regarding the presence of water, which pertains to the hydrosphere. Additionally, we can recognize the geosphere doing duty due to the surrounding rocks and um, possibility of identifying elements such as rocks and wait, sorry about that. Additionally, we can Recognize the geosphere due to the surrounding rocks and possibly identify elements of the biosphere if plants are present. Okay, we will deconstruct these images collaboratively in think pair share groups and through whole class discussions to explore these various components. So some high order thinking question can include, do people influence the spheres, and can we prove whether this impact is positive or negative? Okay, so we're going into the activities for the teach this standard. So we will proceed. The first one we're going to do is we're going to proceed outdoors. And the students are already prepared with their observation forms. Let me find them. So this is the observation form. So it looks like beep, beep, right there. That's the observation form. And we will conduct a hands-on observation engaging with various stimuli through touch, smell, sight, and other senses. Our Earth spheres have been completed multiple times previously, and they will feature a comprehensive framework encompassing four distinctive components: the geo, land, hydro, water, atmo, air, and bio living organisms. As stated before, students will venture outside for about 20 minutes, either individually or in groups, to document their observations and categorize them accordingly. For instance, if they encounter soil, it will be classified under the geosphere. However, if the soil is moist, then they will note the presence of water. Additionally, we may observe puddles, which will depend on the weather conditions, either a summery day or a rainy day. Alternatively, if conducted in the morning, we might observe frost, which can be discussed as frozen water. Students will document their findings on their forms. The atmospheric air may pose some challenges. We may discuss the movement of trees and clouds, which is influenced by the wind. Although we may not perceive the wind, it is indeed present. The biosphere encompasses all biodiversity, including plants, grass, trees, and birds in our vicinity. Now, upon returning indoors, we will, let me have a seat here. Upon returning indoors, we will emphasize the dynamic elements that are perpetually changing. Students will collaborate in groups to discuss and highlight these aspects, which will be collected as part of an assessment, functioning as a pre-assessment. I seek to ascertain their knowledge, thoughts, and expressions, and we will engage in a collective class discussion regarding the dynamic and changes observed. We will reflect on our observations, auditory experiences, and emotional responses. This data will be compiled and likely contribute to their assessments for me. Following this, students will discuss the life forms we observed in the biosphere and noted in our observational form. This will advance as we discuss together each sphere. See. Let's see, from this, we will collaboratively develop the anchor chart such as this. It's right here. Okay. Let's see, we observe trees, grass, birds, and worms, all integral components of our biosphere. We will analyze each element and collaboratively create a comprehensive anchor chart, allowing students to engage with it and document their findings. We will then examine the spheres through a scientific experiment. So this is the anchor chart example, and then they will extend on their knowledge of what they found outside and what they documented on their observation form. So like they went outside, they noticed trees, air, humans. I don't know if they noticed fish or anything, but birds, and I don't know about bears either right here. Outside, they notice basically that they're compiled the nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, but was it windy? Did they could see a breeze? With the trees moving back and forth. Then you have geo, the earth. On the ground, if they see rocks or dirt, and then it's also, I'm sure they did not find coal or natural gas or iron out on the playground, and then or wherever we are. Hydro, and that's the close oceans, rivers, lakes. They lived out there observing the groundwater. Um, they puddles, like we were talking about earlier. And then they could discuss what lives in the sea, organisms that live in sea and fresh water, et cetera. And then I have a circle here, and they have an arrow going from atmosphere to what happens in this area right here is where the weather happens. And then you have the bio, the largest sphere, which is the trees. Geo is the earth, which is the brown part with the rocks. And then hydro, of course, would be this blue section right here. So that is the earth sphere, an example of the kind of anchor chart we might be able to put together. Let's see. Okay. Now, sorry. So our science experiment, we're going to be something like this. Science experiment, we are going to be using plants. We've done this a few times in class that I was subbing for. And the first one, you're going to plan a field trip to a garden, farm, or a park and observe different types of plants and their environments. Discuss what plants need to grow and how their environment might affect their growth. And two, plants growth observation. They're going to track the growth of seeds or seedling over time from their own potted plant. They're going to note change in size, leaf development, overall health. They will be given I see this one, a plant journal, and they'll have a few pages in it. We're going to be doing this observation up to about 4 weeks to experience the beginning to the very end. And what they'll do is write their plant journal, and they're going to say, okay, the date, day one, what are they observing? Is it just still a seedling? Maybe week two, there's a sprout, and just like I said, we're going to be doing this observation in this scientific experiment for 4 weeks. So let's see. And then activity 3, I observe their interactions and various elements focusing on student engagement through the think, pair, share method and the integration of technology. So let's see right here. I don't have to show you anything else. Okay. So I will post the link to this called the Earth Spheres game. And what they can do is get on the computer and it engages students in the 4 spheres. It's called Who Am I game. And they can work as a whole class or a small group. They will give a clue about one of the 4 spheres on the one slide, and the answer will be on the following slide. And then I would use this game as a formative assessment or a review. And let's see. Assessments will occur through observations, such as outside observation in the plant journals and their interactions, and including class discussions and think, pair, share activities. I hope this information was both helpful and engaging. I recognize this endeavor does not constitute a formal scientific experiment on this video. However, I believe that engaging in local observation and examining global context will significantly enhance understanding. This approach will provide a reference point for subsequent scientific experiments. Thank you for listening.